Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another Full Face Friday. Today's Full Face Friday is going to be a video using all Charlotte Tilbury products, and I am so excited about this one. I love Charlotte Tilbury so much, and I've been using their products for years. I remember specifically the day when I first discovered that they were able to ship to Canada from Beautylish. Years ago when they first launched, it was before they came to Canada, and I was so poor in university, and I remember literally picking up extra shifts so that I could buy the Filmstar Bronze and Glow, and I actually bought this bag as well. It was in one of my first purchases from Charlotte Tilbury. I've loved her products for so long, and I kind of wanted to revisit a lot of products that I haven't used in a really long time. I know that with doing what we do here on YouTube, we just have so much in and out and movement of products that I sometimes forget about some old products that I have used and loved throughout the years, and thought this would be a perfect time to revisit some of those and just do a makeup look. And also, it just happens to fall along the time with the Victoria's Secret fashion show, which Charlotte Tilbury actually did the makeup for, and I was creeping all of the looks that Charlotte Tilbury did, and like, I'm sorry. Why is this allowed? What kind of perfection is this? The makeup was insane. These models are so beautiful, and I was definitely very inspired by this makeup. And I don't have the exact eyeshadow palette and, you know, some of the products that she actually used on the models. I assume there's a lot more mixing and dipping into different products than Charlotte Tilbury would have let on. But I'm going to do my best to kind of use this as a base to follow, you know, what I dream of looking like in my dreams. Oh, Candace Swanepoel. You angel, you. And I also put some bronzy things on my face to try and reenact the Victoria's Secret angel lifestyle as well. So anyway, I've got a ton of Charlotte Tilbury products here. I've got a full face. Stay tuned to the end for a sneaky little giveaway surprise. And without further ado, let us get into the video. Full Face Friday. Full Face Friday. Charlotte Tilbury. Charlotte Tilbury. Testing out new makeup. Trying to look like Candace Swanepoel. Not successfully looking like Candace Swanepoel. On Friday. On Friday. Excuse you. Okay, to start off the magic, I'm going to take a little bit of the magic cream, which whenever I watch any of the videos on the Charlotte Tilbury YouTube channel, I'm always like, oh my god, douse me in magic cream, because whenever she uses it on the models, their skin always looks so incredible after, and I just want to bathe myself in it whenever I see it. And apparently she used to use it on all of her clients before it ever actually became a real product, so I'm going to bathe my face in it. Definitely has some kind of glow to it. I feel like my skin looks so much more glowy after that moment. Wow. I just have a little sample of this, but that feels amazing. I'm going to use Samantha Ravindal's favorite product. This is the Flawless Filter for a Superstar Youth Glow. I have this in the shade 2, which I didn't actually realize at first that they had different shades of this. You live and you learn. Yeah, so I have the shade 2, and this is, I'm just going to apply this as I would like a glowy primer base. But it's great that they have different shades of it as well, because the more shades you reach in the world, the better. Charlotte Tilbury just has the best, most luxurious looking packaging ever. I'm just going to blend that into the skin. The makeup on the Victoria's Secret runway show is just so glowy. It's literally like she dumped like angel heaven glow onto these people's faces. I mean, I'm sure they're like that naturally, but yeah, no. That is quite a glowy base I've got going on here. I'm going to use the Magic Foundation. I haven't used this foundation in so long. Excuse you, sirens. Excuse you. Alright, sirens are here to stay. Great. Haven't used this in a really long time. I remember trying the Light Wonder Foundation, which I didn't really like back in the day. I remember doing a review on it and not enjoying it. And that was when I was living in Calgary and my skin was super dry. But the first time I tried Magic Foundation, I loved it. And I think I just got rid of mine because it expired. I had it for a really long time. So I'm just going to take a pump of this and apply it to the skin. I want a very, very flawless face because obviously I'm going to walk in a fashion show. I am Candace Swanepoel. Holy fucking sirens. I've actually decided that with all of the glowy things I've just put on my face, using the fingers isn't the best idea. I'm going to go in and use my foundation brush and just use that to go over and pat in the rest of the product. But I do find that I prefer to apply things with my fingers because it just, the warmth of your fingers helps it to melt into the skin and give it much more of a natural finish. But it doesn't hurt to go over with a brush. that's fine. We did the bulk with the fingers. Yeah, that's a beautiful, beautiful base. It's so glowy. Now for concealer, I've got the Magic Away Liquid Concealer. I featured this over the last few months. I don't remember when I first used this, but it's one of their newest launches actually, and I believe this was my summer shade. I have the shade 4, but it says 4 Fair, so we're gonna try it. It's got a twist up sponge applicator, and in this photo, Candace Swanepoel's under eye and chin are very, very highlighted. I know that you can technically do that with powder, but I only have the translucent powder, so I'm gonna try and really highlight that under eye area with this concealer. And by highlight, I mean LOL, I'm using a darker shade than my foundation, but we're just gonna ignore that, okay? This is also a gorgeous concealer. I actually don't know why I haven't been using it a lot more. There's just been an overwhelming amount of products coming out lately. It's so hard to keep up. But honestly, it is. I use a product, I reviewed it in a video, and then I kind of move on to the next thing, and I forget how much I loved a product. But this concealer, like, I mean, this entire base is so beautiful and flawless without being insanely thick and cakey. Just covering up those spots there. Okay, we're done! I'm going to take the Magic Powder. You guys have seen me use this many a times in videos. I'm going to dip my brush into this, and I'm really going to set in this makeup because... Oh. Or just throw flour at my face. That works too. Yeah, really setting this in because I don't want it to move. I want it to be flawless. Have to be flawless on the runway, ladies. Yeah, this kind of has like a blurring effect, this powder, so I really want to utilize that and blur as much of my face as possible until I'm able to trick people into thinking that I am Candace Swanepoel. Really setting those under eyes because I put a lot of product under there and I don't want it to budge. I was recently reunited with my most beloved favorite product. This is one of my first purchases again from Charlotte Tilbury that I've ever had. It's the Filmstar Bronze and Glow. They recently, I mean not that recently, they came out with a darker shade, which is amazing, and it has a sculpting bronzer on one side and a highlighter on the other side, and I fully used up the contour shade in my palette, and then the highlighter broke. So I haven't had this in a really long time. Thank you so much to Fall Haber Communications for sending this. The packaging is absolutely stunning and it just works so beautifully. I'm going to take my large stipple brush and dip it into the Sculpt shade and use this to really chisel out my chic bones. Although they've got quite a line drawn. I might actually take a smaller brush and dip it into this and try to create more of a defined line. What I love about the stipple brush is that it applies the product in such a like diffused, dispersed way. But if you guys can see, I mean, she's got insane cheekbones, okay? I'm trying to recreate this. The line of her contour is very, very deep and chiseled. So that's kind of what I'm trying to recreate right now. We're just gonna fake it till we make it, ladies. Just really intensifying that product in the cheekbones and, you know, pretending. I'm also going to take this along the sides of the nose, something that I don't usually pay too much attention to in terms of placement. I usually just take my brush and go, but that isn't working out for me, so. Okay, I'm just going to continue applying the bronzer where I would normally apply it. Don't forget the temples. That's where the sun naturally hits. That's where I naturally get a lot of my freckles in the summertime, so that's why I always make sure to apply the bronzer up here. And now I'm going to dip into the highlighting side and I'm going to pack this on onto the cheekbones. It is such a beautiful highlighter. Although I feel like the formula's changed. I remember it being a lot more yellow and champagne-y. I feel like this one's a little bit lighter. That's probably not the case at all. It's probably just been so long since I've looked at it. But for some reason, I feel like it was a little bit deeper, but it's still just so gorgeous. I'm going to apply that all along the cheekbones. They almost seem to have it like right, like a lot farther down too. I'm going to really focus it there. I might even take a smaller brush and try to just intensify it down the nose as well. Really get that Cupid's bow and go in really concentrated, like right there on the cheek. And just while we're here, I'm going to apply this on the inner corners. And also the brow bone. We might come back to this. I'm going to leave this product sitting out just in case we need to revisit later. And then for blush, I'm going to use the Cheek to Chic blush in Pillow Talk. This is my favorite shade that she's ever come out with. I think it's so beautiful. I also love the nude one, which I actually need to go get my hands on because it's so gorgeous. The packaging of her blushes is just insane. I love this color. It's so good. You're supposed to like swish and then pop into the center. And I'm going to apply this to the apples of the cheeks and just blend backward. They didn't use a whole lot of blush, so I'm trying to go pretty lightly with this, but me and light blush is kind of a hard thing to accomplish, so here we are, packing it on. Now for the eyes, I actually really wanted to try this vintage Vamp eyeshadow palette because I thought it was so beautiful, and it's a little bit deeper than what they used in this Victoria's Secret fashion show photo, but I think it would be a perfect palette for you guys to use during the holidays, to any kind of parties or soirees that you have, so I wanted to dip into this. I am first, however, because this doesn't really have a transition shade, it's got 2 deeper shades and then 2 shimmery kind of pop shades. I'm actually just going to dip into the bronzer with a big fluffy brush and just use this first as a base, kind of setting in that concealer. Like right here you can see I've got a crease line of the concealer, and once you blend in the powder, that will set that in and kind of make that crease line go away. So I'm just going to do that with this bronzer, warm up the eyelid, and then we'll make it a little bit deeper and more intensified with the Vintage Vamp palette. I'm also going to take that onto the lower lash line. Now from this photo, they've got a lot of shimmer going on and then a really, really intense just line in the crease. So I'm going to try to do this, something somewhat similar. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to take a big brush. I'm going to dip into the 2 shimmery shades. I'm just going to dip in and apply that first all over the lid and get that glitter and pop going in on there. So I'm going to take this light fluffy brush and dip into this first shade, which is a little bit deeper. It's a little bit deeper than this. However, lighting and stuff always makes things look a little bit lighter. So I'm just going to trace that along, trying to apply this really lightly and fluffy to kind of mimic that look as much as possible, and really, really focusing it in this crease line. She's also got some, like, I don't know, man, she's got angel eyelids. So it's really focusing that into the crease. It's a little bit more thick and intense, what can I say? And then the one thing I always see Charlotte Tilbury do with her brush is she goes just like right in the corner, and she always drags it on the lash line and just fills it out, and she really emphasizes that V, and I love watching her do that. Just emphasizing that V shape and then spilling it into the crease like that, kind of. Well then, now for the hard part. A liner. I'm going to use the Rock and Kohl liner in the shade Bedroom Black, and I'm just going to attempt to trace a wing and just intensify it as I drag it back toward the lash line. Oh, see, I went too thick there, damn it. I'm just taking a little brush to kind of smudge that out and make it a little bit less intense. I hate liner. I hate it so much. I can't do it. Well then, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I don't like this eyeliner. It dries instantly, and for someone who is bad at eyeliner, that is not a good thing. Moving on. I'm over it. And I'm going to dip back into this very shimmery top left shade and just re-put that into the inner corners. And then I'm going to dip my finger into this gold pop shade and put that on top of the lid again a little bit more intensely. I'm just going to take a little bit of this shimmery shade and just put that on top of the bronzer on the lower lash line. I just saw her do that. She took some shimmery goodness and put it on top. Ooh. This could potentially ruin everything that we've just done, but I feel like I really want to intensify that crease like they have, so I'm just going to go with the deepest shade in the palette and just focus that right on the line of the crease. It might not even make that much of a difference, but I just want to try and deepen that up a little bit now that we have that eyeliner line drawn. Just so lightly placing that into the crease. Alrighty then! Time for mascara. I'm going to use the Full Fat Lashes mascara. I don't know if I've ever used or tried this mascara. I know that in the runway show they were using, what are they using? Who knows? A Victoria's Secret mascara. Oh, this is very light. Oh dear. Very, very light indeed. I might have to use something else to add a little bit more volume there, fam. But I will say that this brush is giving such a wispy finish to the lashes. It's just not adding a whole ton of volume. I'll try a couple more coats and see. Okay, so this is the finished look of the mascara. It's really, really pretty. It so nicely separated the lashes, and it's a very light, wispy look. I do think I am, just for the sake of not putting on any lashes, I'm going to take a little bit of the YSL The Shock and just apply some of this to the ends, like the outside of the, the outer lashes, just to pack on a little bit more volume. I'm actually going to go back with that Bedroom Black liner and just line the upper waterline, which is always a painful experience because I feel like that's what they did in this look. This is always the most awkward and painful thing to watch, isn't it? Yeah, I feel like that gives a much more thick and heavy lash effect. I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows, and I'll be back with you guys after to do the lips. See you soon. Alright, the brows are done. Let's move on to the lips. I wanted to use the Lip Cheat in Pillow Talk because it's the best lip liner ever. And I'm going to be going really, really plump and juicy. Really trying to round out the lips and give it that very, very plump look. And then I actually wanted to use this Stoned Rose lipstick. First of all, can we talk about the packaging of her lipsticks? They are so gorgeous. And I've never tried Stoned Rose before. Oh, no, just kidding. No, that's not the color I'm going for. We are sticking to Pillow Talk. Great. I'm glad we really shortly lived that moment. Sorry, I definitely thought that'd be a lot more nude. These lights are very bright. Just going in with Pillow Talk. I'm just going to retrace that Cupid's bow. And this, my friends, is the finished makeup look. This is the Victoria's Secret Angel inspired full face using all Charlotte Tilbury products. There are so many beautiful products in her line. I'm absolutely obsessed, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this makeup look. It's actually the perfect mix of like very bold eyes, but also not too crazy that I'd actually wear this like out during the day. Like, I'd wear this makeup to a meeting. I'd be down. But I think it would be so perfect for the holiday season that's coming up now. That's now. Or just in general, whatever you want to do with your makeup in your life. Be free. Yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this makeup look. Let me know in the comments down below what some of your favorite Charlotte Tilbury products are. And if you haven't tried them before, what products are you looking forward to trying? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video, you guys. And now to kick it off, I think I mentioned this before, but I've been wanting to do like giveaways every Full Face Friday. I think I said that before. Had a little break because we were moving, and now I'm back in it. So, wanted to note with this giveaway, you guys, it's only going to be open for 24 hours when the video goes live. After that, I am looking at no more entries. So, I saw someone do this on YouTube, and I was like, that is genius for my sanity. So, first 24 hours, that's when you can enter. Check the description box, please, before entering for all of the details on how to win. And what you guys will be winning is actually this year's Charlotte Tilbury Advent Calendar, which is the most beautiful thing on the planet, and I want you guys to know I only got one, and I'm giving it away to you guys. It's such a beautiful advent calendar. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Universe. You open it up like this, and it says, "May all your dreams come true." And I haven't actually opened any of the drawers because each product in here is individually wrapped with tissue paper, but the drawers open up, and there are products in here, and there are so many of them for you guys to try, and I think it's so beautiful, whether you wanted it for yourself, if you wanted to treat yourself, if you happen to win this giveaway, or if you win it and want to use it as a gift. I think it's so beautiful. The item descriptions are at the back. I will list it in the description box down below, just in case you guys wanted to look at picking one up for yourself, but this is going to be today's giveaway. So thank you so much to Fall Haver and Charlotte Tilbury for the most beautiful Christmas gift this year, and I wanted to give it away to you guys. So this is what you can enter to win today, the Charlotte Tilbury Advent Calendar. They are so gorgeous, and again, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in Sunday's video. Bye!